All right, back to the 2004 Avalanche. This time, the joy it's bringing. Look at my kids. Jiminy. Just vacuumed this out, I swear, 2 days ago. Anyway, the blower motor is not working at all. And if you remember, I put some stuff in here. It has stayed dry. But earlier, when I was doing some other work, there was a ton of water in here. I mean, this thing was kind of filled up. I put the important papers into a bag just to make sure if it got water in there again. Anyway, it turns out that the blower motor is under here, right behind in here. I think it's right there. And so first things first, we want to drop this plastic piece down. And so let's just see what we got. So what we have is a couple of, looks like a couple of maybe 8mm or so little bolts. There's one there. Looks like there's at least one in the middle. All right, let's pop the hood. Okay, so we're in the hood. All we have to do is pop off this cover here, and it actually will tell us what's what. You can see here the blower's here in the middle, and these are our two locking parts. So we can just, when we look over here, you can see that this triangle action, or this open square, is right here. And sure enough, it says it's a 40 amp, each of these three, just to verify 40 amp, 40 amp, 40 amp. And sure enough, same here. Nothing else, of course, even comes close to matching that. So we know that's our blower. So we're just gonna pull that out. So I tried all sorts of things to get that fuse out. It totally was not gonna come out of there without me totally breaking it. And since it was good, that was not an option, and that would have been silly. There's no real reason that you need to take that out. If you're worried about having a short or something while you're working on the electronics underneath, pulling the fan out and stuff, then definitely just disconnect the battery cable and you're gonna be okay. Pulls the whole dang thing though. Yeah, it does not want to come out of there. All right, let's change tactics. I am going to loosen the battery. These are actually 7mm, you know, because we wouldn't want to use the same size. That would be horrible. This is actually a 7mm. Oh, it's like really loose, so that's good. Someone's been in here before, probably, trying to figure this thing out. Let's see if I can get to this middle one. This one looks like it's not there. Yeah, great. I don't know if that's good or bad. So this just drops down. Yeah, looks like they just decided they weren't going to put that other screw back in there. Probably lost it. And here, this part right here, this here is our blower motor. It looks like I might have, I know some of these are a twist on, so that's what I'm going to try and do. It does feel like mine is the twist. So I kind of needed two hands, but what I wanted to show you here was this little clip there, right in the middle of the screen. There's just a little plastic tab there. If I put my hand in, you're not going to be able to see it, but basically I just that kind of locks it in there, and I'm just going to I just pulled that down towards myself, just a little bit down towards the floor of the vehicle, and that allows me to turn it. It pops it out of the channel. That's basically like a little lock. And so now I can turn this and we can drop it down. Let's see, it feels kind of stuck there, but let's see here. kind of tight. Sorry, my trying to do this one-handed. There she goes. There she is. Nothing looks bad about it, so I've checked the fuse, I've checked the relay, so now I want to check this this fan. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump a couple of wires to it, to these straight from the battery, just see if it will spin or not, and I'll show you that in a second. Actually, just push on this part. There's a sure enough a little tab right here. That pops it off. Okay, to test this fan, I'm just gonna hook the battery here back up. Since I'm just trying to spin this fan, it's not gonna matter which side is positive or negative of this terminal. I mean, basically, we've got 2 pins. I'm gonna connect my negative to one of these. I think I can get it in here. Yeah. Yep. Okay. And I'm really hoping this doesn't work, because otherwise I don't know what I'll have some more testing to do, that's for sure. So let's see. Let's get a little closer. Don't do this at home. All right, get this on the positive. Be careful about. And that does have power. Okay, so I'm pretty sure now, 99% sure, that the blower motor actually works just fine. Cool. And now I'm thinking, troubleshooting wise, I probably need to look into this guy, whatever this is. If water did get into here somehow, and maybe it dripped down, maybe it fried whatever this little module thing is. I'll have to troubleshoot next, but I'm gonna just let's try and hook this up here. And the fan is not going, but as you see, I've got everything on. Let's try and crank the motor up. The motor's full. Yeah, I don't know what else to try there. Yeah, I'll kick on and off the AC. Yeah, absolutely does not work. Okay, we know it's not the motor. Let's move on. Turns out, apparently, these amazing GM vehicles have this guy, which is some type of a giant resistor, apparently, in this circuit. And so I want to take that off and just see what that's looking like. The fact that this is rusted like that makes me think, well, only water makes metal do that. So it was probably exposed to a bunch of water at some point. And so let's take a look and see. First things first, I want to pop off this guy, and I can feel a little tab on the back, but it's not loosening it. So I'm just gonna try and slide this small screwdriver up in there. You can see that it's popping this part out, which hopefully allows it to come off. Oh my gosh, I hate these when they don't come off. Freaking. Anyway, first I guess I'll loosen this and then I can see better how that's connected. So I should probably be using standard, but apparently a 5.5 millimeter fits okay. Once I have a zillion YouTube subscribers, I'll make sure that's where the ad is. This screw looks like it's been replaced. I don't know, maybe this is the original one it came with, but since everything else is black, I kind of doubt it. It is the same size, however, so maybe. I'm just going to use my socket to spin this off a little easier. Oh, never mind. Take it back. The screws are the same. One's just a lot more rusted than the other. Okay, here's my board. What the Hannah? There's nothing on it. I don't think it's supposed to look like that. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it's just a giant piece of metal. I'm not sure. Just gonna film. It goes in that way. Now let's see if we can get this off of here. I see where there's this tab. I was pushing that in as hard as I could. Seemed like that would have released it, but I don't see anything on the back side that would. It's just stuck. There. Oh my gosh, that was tough. Those fittings are definitely on there. Those look okay. These look okay. Okay, you won't believe this, but yeah, I was trying to take this apart like a freaking idiot. Like I would think that there was something in there. You're not supposed to. This is it. This is the resistor module. The difference is that I have auto AC on my truck, and this is what the auto AC one looks like. And I didn't know that because I was freaked out because I went to like Rock Auto, some of the places I usually buy stuff, and every one of them did not look like this. It had this little thing up here that looked like it was a little piece of electronics that was wrapped in some blue styrofoam or whatever. Anyway, this does not come apart. This is the whole module, and let's hope. Oh look, I found it on Amazon. Can you believe it? Is it just me, or is that just a big phallus that's screwing us over every time? Once I got that in my head, I can't stop thinking that crap. I think that's what it is. It's just Jeff being like, screw you guys. Yeah, I know it's supposed to point from A to Z, but whatever. That was a clever way of disguising it. All right, let's see what we got here. Is there anything like it? Holy moly, it looks like it's right. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, you gotta love China. Here it is. It's even got the right colors and stuff. Oh, smoking, that looks good. All right, now let's hook this thing in and let's see what we get. So I've got my little 5.5 millimeter. I'm gonna just put a little oil on this rusty screw because I'm anal like that. All right then, first things first, we want to get the motor back in. Pull this back down. And let's see. I believe we want the, I believe it kind of sits in like so, with this kind of facing slightly angled at the passenger side. I honestly don't know where that tab fits. Let's see if I can. Yeah, it's too far under to see, so try and feel it. It's hard to know where that tab goes. So I'm just going to first hook up the power to it, and then wait a minute, oh yeah, it does just go straight. Oh, that would be the wrong power. Huh. That's what goes to my resistor. Let's see, where did it go? Oh, you guys, I'm brilliant. I'm so brilliant. So off of the resistor, it gets its power. So, and I'm gonna change my tune. I'm gonna go resistor first. And it's tough to see underneath there to see where the holes are. My gosh, shouldn't be this hard. Actually, probably should. I'm gonna block you here. Oh yeah, now I'm remembering. So resistor goes right up in these holes. I'm trying to remember if it goes that way or this way. It appears it's that way. So the big flat part is towards me. The holes line right up. You can't see any of that, but now you can. Big flat part of the metal towards me, and then the holes literally go over those two little posts. Now I'm gonna grab my small screws, and yeah, I'm probably blocking you again, sorry. And another small screw. Should be able to just tighten them up. Mostly by hand, I'm guessing. Yeah, no problem. No problem. All right. Now makes sense. So this one fits right onto that and plugs in. All right, so now I can work on my motor. I'm gonna plug it in first so that if the wire's behind, I don't have to try and figure it out. I think the wire is kind of behind if I remember right. I could go back and watch the video, but that would be too much of a pain in the rear. Just listen to that. Oh, it's blowing air. Full control. Bam. That's all she wrote. She's in. Unfortunately, it really does not. It's a pretty cool day here today, probably 75, 80 degrees. This AC is not blowing very cold.